So I'm kind of disappointed today. Me and Jay were planning to go to the flea market, and yeah, there's a flea market that's open on Tuesday now for whatever reason. I guess it's been like that for a while, but we just now realized that it's one of the ones we always go to. But we always go on the weekend, so we didn't know. And anyway, we had plans to go, but we couldn't get a cameraman. Melvor's working, Dodongo's working, Timothy's working, Chris is working, and Wood is working. Now Wood had to do video because like he's into the Nintendo stuff, so the modern Nintendo stuff. Nintendo's doing a direct, so he has to make a video on that. So it's like boom, 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 no cameraman. However, it's every week, so we'll just try to hit it up next week, and hopefully this time we can have a cameraman. We're definitely going to go out this weekend because I'm pretty sure at least one of those assholes are going to be off. So I fixed my, well, actually I cleaned up my entire workspace here. Yeah, I know it's a little, almost like a rock garden going on here. Those are Himalayan Himalayan salt rocks, and they lit off positive or negative ions. I forget which. I don't know. I just like them. I like ambience. I'm a big fan of ambience. These have good ambience. They make me feel good, especially when I have some of my favorite movies and Star Trek ships sitting here hanging out with me when I edit. That's not a good movie, but I like the cover. Well, both of those. I don't know why I have 2 of Star Trek 5, actually. I need to get, like, 3 or 2 or something that I put next to that. Anyway, I'm rambling. It's been a long time in the making. I was trying to do this for... Actually, I got a lot done today, and just in terms of workspace and different things like that. Actually, I don't know if you've noticed, but in the last video, I had a drive here. That was the main drive. Actually, I put it right there. I got another one, a duplicate one. So those are the same drive right now. 8 terabytes. 8 terabytes. Because I don't delete anything that we shoot. Unless it's just like an update video or some just BS. But 95% of the stuff that we shoot, I keep. Just because you never know when you're going to use it. Especially Game Chaser stuff. Never going to delete that stuff. But it takes up a lot of space. And these are 4 drives right now currently in use. There are 2 in here that have storage, just backup storage of different stuff. But everything right now that I currently edit on is on this drive. But I bought another one, a duplicate one, so I can mirror it. It backs it up. So in case something ever happens to this, there's a duplicate copy of everything on there, which is extremely important because that's 7 to 8 years of work on one hard drive, and if that goes away, bye-bye, then that goes, then 7 years of work down the drain as well. And it does happen. It happened to us a couple years ago, in fact. I don't know what it is, but I have a horrible track record with the drives, and I don't do anything out of the ordinary. I'm not banging them. I mean, look at that. They're enclosed in this thing, this wooden protection thing, and they just stay there, and they don't get hit. They don't get messed with. But I have a history of drives going bad for some reason, and this stems all the way back from when I had an editing job at a production house. Things would just go haywire around me, and it's like I wouldn't do anything out of the ordinary. I was just there, existing, and somehow, some way, it would F up. Like computers would F up when I was next to them. I swear to God, as soon as I leave and the next editor comes in, it's working perfectly fine, and he didn't do a damn thing at all before sitting down. It just started to work. That stuff happens to me a lot. I don't know what it is, but it happens. So I decided it's stupid to have all that stuff on one drive. Well, there's a few. It's not 100% just on that drive. It's backed up very different places, but some of the most recent stuff hasn't been backed up. So I'm spending all day. This program right here is backing up that to that and mirroring it. So whenever I make a change to this one, it should automatically just all of a sudden just duplicate to that one as well, which is very, very handy because I don't have to do it constantly save and do that myself. Anyway, the drive that went down, that was for season 5 stuff. And unfortunately, we had to, the drive just decided it was going to stop for no reason at all. It was a Western Digital. And so it was good quality, high quality drive. And it just decided one day that it was just going to stop working. And it wasn't really that old. It was maybe 1 to 2 years old. That's fine. That's not conducive to drives just going dead. But anyway, we had to go give it to a data specialist, a lab basically, so they could go in there and retrieve the data. It cost $1,000 to do that. $1,000 to do that. But there were several episodes of Game Chasers on there that hadn't been edited yet, and then they would have been just thrown away with never seen if I hadn't done that. I believe it was the second time we went to Philly. Maybe even like the stuff with Chris getting the Sega CD case, episode 50 from Jay. I think that was on there as well. So it was a lot of good episodes that would have just been wasted, never went to the internet. So it sucked to have to pay that much, but you got to do what you got to do. What the unfortunate thing here, let me flip it so you can see me. Now the unfortunate thing with that is, well, they didn't recover all the data. They recovered like 95, 96% of it. There were some sections on the drive that were just so bad that it was unrecoverable. And so what ended up happening was I got the drive back. Most of the stuff that I was editing currently was fine. The episode that hadn't come out yet, that was fine. All the data was there. All the files were there. What wasn't there, or pieces of it were missing, was the back catalog for season 5. Some of the stuff that I think it was season 5 or season 4. No, it was season 5. It was season 5. I get confused. Easily. But there were episodes that have already aired in season 5. However, some of the footage, the original footage, is gone. Okay, well, they've already aired on YouTube. What's the big deal? Blu-ray releases, DVD releases. Unfortunately, in fact, people were asking, when's season 5 coming out? Well, season 4 Blu-ray took me 6 months to do, and I swear I finished it probably 8 months ago, and it feels like I just was working on it yesterday. It was such an undertaking, such a huge project, and I spent so much time, so much energy on it. I just got so burned out doing Blu-rays and DVDs. So burned out. It just consumed my existence for 6 months. I'm in no hurry I know it'd bring in decent money, but I'm just in no hurry right now to dive into season 5. And plus, we're trying to get the channel itself back on track. And that requires more videos, constant videos. And so it's hard to squeeze in a Blu-ray because there's so much time that goes into that sort of thing. That's one aspect. No, I'm not saying I'm not going to do a season 5 Blu-ray. Yeah, of course, eventually I'm going to do it. But there's also another catch, and it's just one that's made me not want to. It's made me not want to dive into it yet because it's going to be such a headache, and that's the fact that some of the files for the Blu-ray release were destroyed or missing on that drive. I went in. Just for shits and giggles, I went into one of the old projects, whatever the first episode for season 5 is. I forget what actual number it is, but I went in there and I was like, you know what, maybe if I just do like one episode every couple of days and just kind of remaster it, it won't be such an undertaking. So that was a couple months ago. I went into that first episode and it was an undertaking, just that one episode, because some of the files were missing, gone forever. You'd be going along, and then all of a sudden, missing file, and it's gone. You can't get it back. The data's corrupt, or the data's not even there anymore, because this is a new drive that got transferred over to. So, left with a big gaping hole in the in the episodes. Like, what do you do? So I'm gonna have to. I mean, I have the original, you know, the high quality exports of that gotten uploaded. I can use bits and pieces of those clips to kind of fill in the blanks, and the quality's, it's gonna be a slight drop in quality, but at least it's there, and it's just for like a couple things. But it's just gonna be a nightmare to do. It's just gonna be a nightmare because we're talking audio mixes and all this stuff that you're going to have to seamlessly intertwine with a video that's been flattened in audio, a file that's been flattened in audio and video that you can't separate anymore because it's a file. It's an already exported movie. So and every episode's like that. It's not just the first one. I don't believe the second one was like that. And oh my God. And it's already so hard to do that as it is because you have to reconnect the media to a new drive because everything at this point has been transferred over to a larger drive. So it thinks that it's looking for media that's on an old drive when I got to tell it, oh, it's actually over here. And that takes... and I blame myself for that because I'm extremely unorganized. I will... each project will pull a piece of material from all these different drives just because I'm so lazy and stupid. I don't organize it as well as I should. And so that is a problem. And that ends up being a headache. And so just reconnecting that media when I open a project could take an hour or two. Just because I have to find a lot of it. Because I don't know where the hell it is. My fault, me not thinking ahead, I guess. That's my bad. But yes, there will be a season 5. I just don't know at this point when it's going to be because as much work as the Blu-ray was for season 4, this one I'm going to have to scale it back because if I don't, it could take a year. I'm going to have to scale it back, so it's not going to be any. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, because I like to say that there's not going to be like an interactive game or anything like that, but at the same time, I don't know if people really like that. So I don't know. I don't want to take away something people really like. So that might stay, but I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, to be honest. And all the menus to be created, I had to get some help for this last one, season 4, because it was just so much. But yeah. Anyway, I hope that clears it up. And I would say that there's a good chance that I'll at least officially start on mastering the Blu-ray by the end of the year. And because I got some other projects in the works, some big ones too, really big ones. So that might coincide with it. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But I hope that answers your question. It probably didn't.